Hey friends, welcome to One Flight Down. Welcome to the Terry Isle Tasting Lounge. Today we are checking out a beer that comes from the Obsolete Brewing Company in Dauphin, Manitoba. This one is a sour called Music Machine Sour. All right, Music Machine Sour. Sours aren't always my favorite style of beer. You'd know if you've watched the show with any regularity. But you'll also know that sometimes I've come across quite a few sours that I have liked too. It's just not a go-to style for me. I'm kind of curious what this one's going to be like. This is, as I said, from the Obsolete Brewing Company out in Dauphin, Manitoba. It's about a two and a half hour drive from where I am in Winnipeg. But you can get their stuff here in Winnipeg as well. This one came directly from the brewery, though. A couple friends of mine dropped these off a few months back to me. Sean and Priscilla, thank you so much for getting these to me. Always appreciate beer mail, beer drop-offs, beer gifts of any kind. Totally, yeah, it's what keeps me going. It's nothing makes me happier than beer gifts. All right, so Music Machine Sour, it's got this picture of a gramophone on there. If you haven't seen any of my other reviews of beers from Obsolete, they always feature some kind of obsolete object, either in their naming or in the can art. And it's got these cool cats rocking out to whatever they're listening to on the gramophone. It says it's a guava and passion fruit sour. A guava and passion fruit Katharina sour. Not a term I've heard before. I don't know if you can make that out. It's right there, Katharina sour. I looked it up. It's a style of sour beer that originated in Brazil, apparently. Very fruit forward, which guava and passion fruit would suggest. It is 5.2% alcohol, 5 IBU, so not bitter at all. On the back, what does it tell me? Here's a little story. From the large horned gramophones of the early 1900s to the modern portable suitcase gramophones of the 1920s, music has come a long way. And speaking of evolution, what better way to enjoy music than with a refreshing guava, hibiscus, and passion fruit Katharina sour? Packed flavor, this sour... Should it be packed with flavor? I don't know, it says packed flavor. This sour is sure to give you a tropical beer experience like no other. With its clean, sour profile, light mouthfeel, and low bittering, this beer is perfect for any occasion. So if you're looking for a modern way to enjoy music and beer, we have you covered with our gramophone Katharina sour. Cheers. All right, we'll see what I think of this. As I said, not a huge sour guy. But, I don't know, I have had a few that I like, and I don't even know if I've had a Katharina sour before. So let's get into this. And I'm gonna pour it into my pint glass here. Ooh, check out the color on this. Well, at the very least, you gotta be excited about the color of this. Lots of activity, huge upside down snowstorm. Just like a blood red color. Look at that. That is quite an impressive red, sort of pink, but more red beer. That is something else. And of course, I'm holding it in front of my face because I think it's, if you could get past all those bubbles, maybe you could see a little bit of my face in there. I think you can see just a touch of face through that. Of course, the head has dissipated quite quickly, often the case with a sour beer. Let's get a nose on this. It does smell like a sour beer, and I never know how else to describe that. Sour beers just have a certain kind of a smell to them. But it's got that fruity note to it. Now, I don't know guava passion fruit flavors that well, to be honest with you, but I get almost like a berry kind of an odor there. Maybe it's just the red, it makes you think of like strawberries and things like that. It smells okay. At first I was kind of put off by that sort of sour beer smell, but I don't know, the more I'm smelling it, the more intrigued I am. All right, let's get into this. Cheers, everybody. That is a really tart beer. Well, that's a sour beer. That's not just tart. That is a sour beer. Yeah, it's pretty intense. Not the kind of thing I normally go for. If you're really into sours, you might like it. On a hot day, because it is so light, it might be okay. You know, might be refreshing on a hot day, but that flavor is intense. And of course, I'm going in for another sip because I'm insane. Yeah, that is. That one's pretty intense. That's. I don't rate my beers or whatever, but if I did, this would be a not recommended one, unless you really like sours, I guess. If that's really your thing, you'd probably love this. That is way too intense for me, despite loving the can art and everything else. But I've had a number of really good beers from this brewery. It's just the style that doesn't do it for me. Yeah, you can check back. I've done a few recently from this brewery that were also gifts from Sean and Priscilla. So yeah, I still appreciate the beer gifts. Because all the other ones are great, and it's always good to try new and different things. All right. Again, thanks for getting this beer to me, Sean, Priscilla. I really appreciate that. To the rest of you, thank you so much for dropping by the Terry Isle Tasting Lounge. We'll see you all again real soon, my friends. Cheers. I'm sick and I'm tired and I need to go home.